Welcome back.
That's terrible.
I'm feeling some animosity in the room right now.
Yeah, you better be feeling some animosity. I am heated.
I can tell.
I'm on fire.
So, well, lucky for you, we've got a little game to play today.
Oh, I hate games.
But first, welcome back to the podcast, Those Foreign Guys. If you're a new listener here, I'm Hunter.
We have not done this in a while. I forgot who I am. Brandon, what's up?
I'm Dagger.
I'm Brian.
And we're Those Foreign Guys. 4 guys that live in Korea as foreigners. And, just trying to figure out life.
We used to be all friends.
We used to be friends. Yeah. And there's been a bit of a chasm, I think. And so we, I think, need a little bit of home remedy therapy.
Like
What do you guys think?
some love?
I think we need some love.
No.
There's this famous thing that was really popular a couple years ago. It was called the 36 Questions to Fall in Love.
Why 36?
I don't know.
It's the perfect. It's the exact amount of tomatoes in a bottle of all gold ketchup.
Bottle of what?
And you can fact check me on that.
Oh,
All gold ketchup's like the number one ketchup in South Africa, and they had an ad once upon a time with this guy just kind of went 36, and then the whole ad was him just sort of whistling this 36 number, and it was like the perfect number of tomatoes in a bottle of ketchup, and that's why.
and just like the perfect number of tomatoes, we're 4 peas in a pod, and we need to fix this relationship. We need to fall back in love with each
You
other.
could fix it real quick.
We don't need 36 questions. We need one statement.
One statement.
I was wrong. Yeah, so we're gonna play this little game, and apparently
Wait, who's
everything
gonna ask
I've
you
read.
the questions?
Say again?
Are you just not gonna ask any of the answer any of the questions?
No,
or-
I'm gonna answer the questions. We're gonna
Oh,
answer
isn't
them
it just
together.
like a question and then we
yeah,
all
it's
make
just
an
a
answer?
we all talk about it.
I don't want to hear his answers.
So interesting is that it's apparently scientifically backed that these 36 questions can help you fall in love.
Scientifically?
That's what it says.
Psychologically backed by the psychologists.
Maybe.
Not science.
Maybe I've solved like 3 different things.
That's not science. That's
It's like,
pseudoscience.
it's like dentists being called doctors. I mean, they're not really doctors.
Nah, they are scientists. There's a science to this.
There was a study that examined whether the intimacy between 2 strangers can be accelerated by answering a specific set of 36 personal questions, each intended to become increasingly probing, stimulating closeness, intimacy, and ultimately love.
Man, by the end of this, I can't wait for me to have no answers in common with Hunter, and that to be the final nail.
Can we also do in the end where you guys just look into each other's eyes for like 5 minutes? No talking.
To see if there's love.
To see if there's love.
To see if there's love. Sure, we
Like,
can do
because
that.
I've also heard that
can do
that,
that.
that kind of works.
Yeah, staring into each other's eyes.
No, there'll be no love.
It
here.
says 18 years later, Mandy Lynn Catron, sorry if I messed that up, cited the study in a widely shared article in the New York Times called "To Fall in Love with Anyone." Do
I thought
this.
it was in the Cosmopolitan.
Whatever.
That's a drink. Unsurprisingly,
It's a book, a woman's book.
Woman's book.
Yeah, I used to read it
hey,
for
no
like
sexism.
for what?
No sexism.
yeah.
No.
Maybe a man's
It was a woman's book designated like designed for like women's care and inside the woman's mind.
You can't
I
say
used
a
to read
woman's
it.
mind in
That's
2024.
why I can speak to women better
you
than
might
all
be
of you
misgendering
kids.
a lot of people.
No, that's get me out.
Says
Hear me out.
unsurprisingly, this quote scientific approach to love was catapulted into the public sphere as a result, spawning countless readers to try the questions for themselves. While the questions are not a magic formula for falling in love, nor do they replace the time needed to build true trust and commitment, they do foster a sense of closeness and can be incredibly enlightening. Try them on your next date night or intimate party dinner or podcast with 4 men.
Oh,
Wait
it
a
says
minute.
that?
Wait a minute. One of those is not like that is.
Which is where I got the idea. So I say we just jump into it because we
Okay.
need to fix this fast. Because we're having dinner tonight together, I assume, and I don't want any animosity. So
I'm not having dinner until it's done.
Oh.
until all 36 questions are done. Okay, I hear you. We do have a little bit of time constraint though, and these questions I think will take a little bit of time to answer for all of us. So we're gonna answer the first half here, and if you want to hear the second half, go check out our Patreon at www.patreon.com/thoseforeign-guys, where you'll get to hear the other set of what's 36 divided by 2? 18 questions, and they do get a little bit more deep and personal. So that's why we want to put those towards the end. So if you want to hear more, go check that out.
I like it when it gets deep.
And personal.
That is question number 1. Do you like it when it's deep?
Never
Always.
had that experience.
I can help you with that.
Okay, so question number 1. We'll start with Brandon on this one because I feel like you have a
Don't start
good,
with me. No.
good answer for this. Given the choice of anyone in the world, whom would you want to have as a dinner guest?
Dead or alive?
Anyone.
Anyone. It can,
Anyone?
yeah. Obviously, if they're having dinner, you're not having dinner with a corpse. We would assume that they would come back to life, and you could.
Man, at this stage, not gonna lie, I'd kill for a dinner with my granddad one more time. I don't think I need to say why. He ain't here with us no more. Rest in peace. I don't know. It was like a weird passing. I remember I was playing League of Legends when they told me. Like, he was in hospital for some time. And then when they told me I was playing League, and I was just like, oh, okay. And it just never hit. And then a couple of days later, I was like, damn.
Bro, we're like
Really
30
don't.
seconds in. Can you not? Can you not?
I had a
Jesus
sip. I had a
Christ.
sip.
So I was like, you know, I'm like, these days, weirdly enough, at like work or just in life talking to people, somehow he just keeps on coming up in random conversations. Something is just in my mind these days. Yeah. Excellent woodwork, by the way.
Great answer.
Nobody's gonna have a better answer than that. So
Well, I mean, I feel obligated to say my dad now.
Wait, was it not your dad before?
I mean, yeah, obviously that's a very easy one to be able to say.
but you already said.
Yeah, but you already said it, so I don't want to like copy you, you know?
It's not copying. I would just be honest.
Yeah, I
For
mean, like,
once.
We're gonna just strap 100 to a lie detector as we do these questions. That's the only way.
Can we one day?
I mean, yeah, I mean, like, I think my dad's a good answer, but I think also like my granddad would be a good one because I also didn't. He passed away when I was really young, but like we were pretty close when I was young, and so it would be cool to like be able to talk to him as an adult because I never really knew him as an adult, so it was mostly just knowing him as like a kid. Where most of my memories are like photographs and videos and like things I've been told that kind of like make like implant the memories into your head of like, oh, I remember that, but really it's probably just from like stories you've been told. So it would be cool to like be able to go back and like talk to him and like as a grown person. I won't say adult because you guys said I'm boy, but
I said a mouse.
mouse. Sorry.
Mouse.
Yeah, but I think that'd be cool. What about you guys, Bryant? Dogger?
I can't honestly think of any. I think, like, my mind would tend to go to some kind of historical figure and just kind of get more details into what happened in that
One of the
time.
bad ones or
Yeah,
one of the
which
good
one?
ones?
I don't know. Like, I think it could be, I don't know, maybe like someone from the Roman time, something like that. And
You love the Roman. I feel like someone from the Roman times or like the sort of Aztec era when the Aztecs and Mayans were invaded by the Spanish.
Isn't he like an Aztec?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like he's like both sides of that. You know, talk to your great
No,
great
what?
great
Didn't
great
you make a
granddaddies.
calendar that ended
Yeah.
in 2012?
That's not my
Talk to your
people.
great 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 granddaddies.
But would you
No, I
wanna
mean
just-
like for example, like talking to Constantine before like the fall of Constantinople,
yeah.
like all of that shit, how it went down, it'd be so interesting to know about. So like, yeah, I mean, I don't have any immediate relatives that have passed away, so I don't really have anything on that side. But definitely, I want to know something about like something that we know through history. But you know, history is all about like could be. Like, there's no
Yeah,
way
for
to
sure.
actually know for sure. So getting like first-hand account from someone who was there would be very interesting.
Especially on like the losing side of things, because
Yeah.
history, you know, when you win, you get to change anything.
Yeah.
Who's gonna say nah, cap?
That's the most modern way I've ever heard anyone say that. Like the victor makes the whatever. how
history
it
is
works.
written by the victor.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not gonna say it the old way. Hell no, gotta change things up.
I'd probably choose someone like I don't know, Steve Wozniak or like Gabe Newell, any of these like kind of old tech guys that built like
That is
Gabe
a
Newell
good one, too.
built Steam, Steve Wozniak built the Apple computer, some kind of engineering thing.
Not gonna lie, it's like an unsurprising and surprising answer from you because it makes a lot of sense given your career. But at the same time, I was convinced you're gonna choose like one of those Instagram models.
Oh wait, that was an option.
It said anyone. Be a Calco, be a Calco or whatever.
You said dinner.
Yeah, I didn't know it could go past dinner.
Depends on how well
Is
the
it round
dinner
two?
goes.
Nah, it's someone kind of like an old engineer.
Uh-huh.
It's probably my choice.
Okay, let's start with Bryant on this one because I think I know your answer. Would you like to be famous, and if so, in what way?
Not really. I think fame never really is something that appealed to me, because, like, of course, like a lot of people, I'd like to be rich, but I would want to be rich without fame if I were rich, you know. So no, not exactly. I think like being famous kind of means you lose a lot of privacy and a lot of like things in your life are gonna change. And yeah, I prefer like nobody knowing who I am except for the people around me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think for me, like, I think I would definitely like to be famous. It's not something that like it's a goal of mine, but if I could just choose to be famous, I think absolutely, definitely. But I would definitely want some kind of like entertainment, like reason in terms of entertainment, whether it's being like on a TV show or being a host of something, a podcast,
Podcast with those
Yeah.
foreign guys.
anything that had to do with like letting my personality come out. I think is something that I would enjoy being famous for in a positive way. Obviously, I don't really want to be famous in a negative way, but yeah, something that
I mean,
like
is it all publicity?
No,
Yeah, but I
that's a
don't-
myth.
yeah, it is
No
a myth.
ways.
That is a myth.
That's
I don't know. I've never been famous. so
I just, yeah, it would be cool in a way. I think I wouldn't really want to be like famous for like being an actor or anything like that. Like I would just want to be myself. I think is the good way to put it. But yeah, entertainment industry would be cool for me.
I think back in the day, I kind of wanted to. Guess when I was younger,
Yeah.
I don't know for what. Maybe
COD.
yeah, Call of Duty or fucking Counter Strike or something. But these days, when especially seeing fame in Korea, how crazy these
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
fans are.
Oh, me too.
I don't think so.
And
Yeah,
like,
like
how
Brian said,
people
I would
can't
like to be
live.
rich,
Uh-huh.
but I'm not sure I would want the fame.
Interesting. Brandon's already kind of famous.
I'm locally famous.
Yeah,
Fucking
among
this-
the girls in
this-
Hongdae.
The streets of Hongdae. Oh shit. I wouldn't want to be like internationally famous, but I think locally famous is fun, where you have some degree of privacy, but at the same time, I think just getting recognition. Oh, there's that guy. It's just nice, but I don't know for what. Like, maybe.
For slanging that.
I just gave the look to Brian too.
No, like I don't know. Maybe writing. You're famous for writing.
You can be.
No,
J.K. Rowling.
not in this era.
No, you can.
Not in
can,
this. No, you
absolutely.
need to you get famous. No, when I said writing, like for writing for TV or for
okay.
theater or for movies, you'd need to be internationally famous to be locally famous
Yeah.
as a writer in those mediums. Books, hell no, I couldn't write one of those. No way.
wish I could.
Halfway through, I just started ranting about Hunter, and then this guy, let's call him Hunter, with a P in front, silent.
It is funny.
So
though.
definitely not this Hunter.
It is funny though, because maybe when I was younger, I did kind of like want to maybe at some point write a book or
Oh, yeah?
something. But the more like I tried to learn about writing and kind of try to get into it, the more I felt like, yeah, I don't think I could write a good book. Yeah.
I've tried a couple of times, like doing some of those monthly challenges, and after 1 week, I'm like, oh my head's sore. I've got all these different elements and ideas and stories. This isn't a book. This is like 8 different short stories. So I mean, those are fun.
I can't even write notes for myself.
Yeah. So,
I guess I would like to be famous in kind of like for making a like programming product. So I'd be famous, I guess, in that space.
Yeah.
Could be fun, but
It's like one of those where people know your name, but nobody knows who you are.
yeah. Nobody's gonna be on the street like, oh, that's the guy who wrote that.
But when they see your name, they will look at you and be like, oh, look at this guy. Who the hell is he? But did you hear about Dogger?
yeah, exactly.
Did you hear about the Dogger code?
Dogger code? Shit.
It could be fun.
okay. I'll start this one. It says, before making a telephone call, do you ever rehearse what you're going to say? And then caveat, why?
Uh-huh.
And for this one, I think I definitely don't. But if there is like a time when I have to make a phone call in Korean, I will like practice what I'm gonna say and like think about it before. I'm like, okay, how do I say this?
I write
that
that shit
makes
down.
sense.
I write
Yeah.
that shit down. No, I'm there.
I'll in those cases I will. Or if it's like a really important phone call that I have to make, absolutely.
And then they
I'll
throw
think
you off
about it.
with a random question.
yeah, like, I wasn't prepared for this. I think in those situations I definitely have. But if I'm just like calling my friends or something like that, like I don't think I've ever rehearsed what I was gonna say.
Yeah, you definitely don't. The amount of the phone calls I get from you, if they are rehearsed, oh my lord,
Because you're just like, hey, what was I gonna say? Like,
it's just
Yeah.
incoherent gibberish.
pretty much.
I used to do that at first, I guess, with Korean too. I made like a restaurant reservation. I was like, so the next time I call, I definitely rehearsed it.
I think we're all gonna say the same thing. In Korean,
Yeah,
you have
yeah,
to share. In English,
Do you have other
I don't-
situations where you have?
in English, no, I don't think so. Like, maybe years ago when I was still at university, and the first time my mom was like, "Call the dentist by yourself." Oh God. Oh yeah.
I'm allowed to do that.
All right, I'm over 18. Yeah, I gotta do this now.
You guys,
No.
moms don't get your dentist appointments still.
No, she told me once to do it myself.
That's
and
why
I
you get
was
a girlfriend or a
sweating.
wife.
Yeah, no, I was
then they can do
sweating.
it for you.
No, I remember.
That's the reason.
Oh no, I lied. It was my first year after university when I started working. That's what my mom said. You're a grown man. You earn money. Call the dentist. And I was like, shit.
Haven't seen a dentist since.
Shit. Yeah, but I don't know. Outside of Korean these days, I wouldn't practice.
What you, Bryant?
I don't, but I do remember one instance where I kind of did. It wasn't really like rehearsing what I was going to say, but more like structuring all my thoughts in order. And it was when I called my mom to tell her that I was going to get a divorce. Because I was already sure about it, and I felt like, yeah, I needed to let my parents know, because at that time I was also thinking if I was going to leave Korea as well.
Yeah.
So I was kind of like talking, and I wanted to be reassuring that I am fine, because I was, but at the same time kind of like explain what has been going on and why I'm going through this and what I'm thinking about doing next, kind of thing.
Did the call go the way you imagined?
Yeah, pretty much. I feel like my parents have always been incredibly supportive. And so I expected my mom to be supportive and to take it in the way that she did. So yeah, it went pretty much. I mean, that's why I needed to organize it, so that I could make sure that things would go as smoothly as I wanted them to, and they did.
Cool.
Yeah.
Dogger. What would you constitute a perfect day for yourself?
8 beers.
Yeah.
Doesn't
pretty
leave the
much.
house.
Perfect day.
What's a perfect day?
8 beers, some basketball.
Take us through the perfect day in the life of Dogger.
Wow. Can we cut for a little bit? I have to think.
Okay, Brandon, you got anything?
Oh, who's got no?
We're just gonna go down the
just
line.
go off the cuff, dogger.
Okay, so a
3,
perfect day
2,
would
1,
probably
go.
I just can imagine there's this house on Jeju that me and my family have rented a couple of times now. It's very specific. Waking up there, just having a cup of coffee on the porch when because the sun rises exactly and like shines onto the porch. Waking up there, having a cup of coffee, then go day drinking with my buddies.
This man sounds like he's 50 years old, and I love it. I love it. Waking up, coffee on the porch, day drinking with the buddies, starting at 10 a.m. sharp.
Yeah, man, let's say 11. Start around lunch.
It's 11 somewhere around the world.
Yeah, somewhere not at home. Like
Uh-huh.
somewhere in a foreign country or like Jeju or something. Somewhere not at home. It sounds kind of depressing saying it like
No,
that.
I
But
mean-
Yeah, no, that's nice.
like being on vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect
That-
day.
I think that's vacation.
Starting a
feel.
day with the sun in my face is like my favorite ways to start it. So
I like something else in my face when I start my day.
We'll get to you. Brandon.
but in terms of how it would
No,
end,
now I gotta hear. What
No,
do you
go
want?
next, we go down the line.
What do you want to wake up to, Mr. Bryant?
He'll
huh?
have to say it when he starts his. We're going on the line.
A piece of meat, some well-seasoned cake or steak. Sorry. How I would start mine? I mean, kind of similar, minus the old person vibe.
and this is a start.
But yeah, just waking up at a beach pension, or like the pension I was at today. Yeah, that was pretty nice. Just getting in, waking up and getting straight into a pool. That's what I did this morning. That was really nice, and just fucking swimming there in a little tub indoors, and then going out for lunch, and then drinking with the boys. Minus Hunter. And then Hunter will come back after he's done the thing, and then we can all rejoice. Perfect. That's even more
That's
perfect.
your
now.
perfect
That's-
day.
That's the perfect day, Come nighttime, we all have that buzz. We eat some yopsal. Oh, shit. Leave you guys. Go home to the women. Yeah, it's a perfect day.
What time?
I
don't
just
know
heard
what
that all I heard was we just got ditched.
Hell yeah. My life is perfect
Hey, we've
without
been
you
drinking
guys
since
too.
11.
True.
We're drinking since 10 a.m. in the morning in my story. Lunch is at 9 a.m. in my story. No, I think that's good.
Yeah.
See the homies. See the
Doesn't have to be
So
too
the
complicated.
wags,
Yeah,
yeah,
it
doesn't have to
doesn't
be
need to be
simple
complicated.
life. I'm a simple life guy
Hi, Brian. How you waking up?
with meat in the face.
Just beef curtains.
To be honest, like with some of that breakfast food, like egg, bacon, mashed potato, some sausage, like that type of thing.
Are you a toast or a soft bread kind of guy?
Toast or what?
Toast or soft bread? Like soft white
toast.
bread.
I like
Yeah,
toast.
you
Yeah.
toast.
I would go for toast. But anyways, yeah, waking up to that smell in the morning. I'm a little bit opposite in the sense that I like mountains more than I do like beach or pools or anything. So there is one place that I remember I went to for my 27th birthday with one of my best friends in China, and it's one of those like rice terraces. So if you can picture one of those, it was like high up on one of those on it's like a house, because there's a community, like there's a specific ethnicity that lives there that receive tourists, but they also rent out some rooms there, and like they cook for you and everything. I remember they had this bamboo chicken.
chicken.
I still remember one of my favorite dishes I've had.
Please talk to me about bamboo chicken.
So what they do is they cut the chicken into pieces, like maybe eighths or maybe even smaller. And what they do is they take like a big piece of bamboo and they cut it, and then like they slice it in the middle, so it's kind of cylindrical, and inside it's empty. So they put the chicken in there and with other things, and they tie it up again, and then they just put it in the fire, and it cooks inside of the bamboo. They do that with rice as well, so it's bamboo rice. Oh. It's fucking delicious.
Because when you say bamboo chicken, I imagine like bamboo shoots. You often eat the bamboo shoots.
yeah.
I was like, what are they doing with that? But okay, that sounds good. Yeah.
Sounds
it
like
was
something
great.
from like Panda Express.
It was
chicken?
delicious.
The number 5.
Yeah.
But like I remember that day because we went there for my birthday, so it was waking up on my birthday in that place, and it was very special. Of course, I'd like some something to smoke there.
Woman
Little
should what?
some.
Yeah,
Oh,
a little
some-
some.
The green things.
all
Some
day.
greens.
But then the other thing I would like to have throughout the day is at some point go to some like kind of a really nice, good concert, but like a classical music concert or a metal one would be great too at night.
Very
Yeah, either
opposite.
one. Yeah, very
Yeah, I was
opposite.
gonna say. Yeah, yes.
But one of both.
Uh-huh.
Because when I went to Vienna once, I went to a few concerts there, and like that's when I loved it so much. And then metal concerts, I kind of feel right now I do want to like. I feel I haven't been into a mosh pit for many years, and I'm probably too old for it, but I still kind of want it. Sometimes I'm.
I mean,
itching,
that's the
you know?
beautiful part about the perfect day. No one's gonna care about your
Yeah,
age.
true.
In that mosh pit.
No,
Even
it's
if you're, like,
not. It's
double
not
the
because
next
other
person's
people
age,
care.
it's-
It's because like.
Yeah,
like
you can't do it. I
physically,
know. No,
I'm-
that's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna get hurt.
No one's gonna care. They're gonna give you the full experience. The day after the perfect
Yeah.
day is gonna be your
Yeah.
imperfect day.
Yeah.
My perfect day, I'd like to be pushed around by a bunch of people. Interesting.
Yeah.
I was about to ask where are we in this, but you know what? I'm not
mean-
down for the mosh pit.
I mean, I said morning and evening, so in the daytime, sometime around there, we can go and
Eat bamboo
have some
chicken
drinks,
together.
maybe smoke together would
Some
be
bamboo
great too.
chicken together.
Some bamboo chicken together, that would be. Dude, I actually really would like to have that bamboo chicken again.
Oh yeah.
But I've never seen it anywhere but there. And like that is like fresh because you'd be like, I want bamboo chicken, and the dude goes out and like
Gets a
to the
chicken?
field and he just like chases down a chicken, grabs it, and kills it.
He
and then-
asked you which one.
yeah, pretty much. They do that. They do that in China too. Like you go to a place and you're like, I want fish, and actually they do that here
I've seen
too.
that with like
do it, yeah, you
lobsters.
can do it.
And then they're like, okay, which one? And you're like, I don't know that
That's so
one.
good.
Yeah.
Give me the fastest one. Just to see the guy run after the chicken.
Shoe
For me, there's one stark difference. I'm waking up late on my perfect day. Y'all
wake up
talk
late
about
every
getting
day.
up early.
You
and
wake
shit.
up late
I'm
every
sleeping
day.
until like 1 p.m. Half my day is just sleeping.
That's a normal day for
It's a
you.
beautiful place. You kind of like can enjoy the morning there.
But see, like I'm down to just wake up at home. Like I love just waking up at home. That's one of my favorite things. Just being in my own bed, my own space. So 1 p.m. nice sleep in, waking up, maybe play some video games, hop on the games for a little bit. In the evening, meet up with the boys, have some drinks, go out all night, party. I have a lot of perfect days in my life.
Yeah, you had some of
You,
those
you
days.
sleep
It's
through
not like a
the
Saturday,
sleep through
it's-
half of
Hey,
your day.
no judgment. No
But
judgment.
that's a
It's
perfect day
perfect
for
him.
me.
It's perfect for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, I'm just like,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
if I do that, I'm perfectly happy.
Oh yeah.
With that.
You do used to.
Yeah.
Who you getting out with?
Obviously, you guys. Who else?
I just need sun. It's been raining so much. I just need the sun in my face.
I don't.
Sun was nice today. I had some sun.
Oh yeah, not here. It was great whole day.
I mean, like
I'm
gray sun.
already done with this heat, dude.
Same.
Oh, I want the
Same.
sun. I don't want heat.
Yeah.
Ah.
Dude, my aircon shuts off every 10 minutes. It's fucking annoying. I don't know why.
Go get that checked out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I just turn it back on and then it.
Okay, Brandon. When did you last sing to yourself or to someone else?
Sing to myself like fucking an hour ago. I was singing to you.
True, you were.
Yeah.
you were.
During the mic test, I was
Classic
singing.
song, classic
I was
song.
singing a beautiful song to
Yeah.
Hunter, dedicated just for him.
What about to someone else? When's the last time you sang?
To you, I just sang
Oh.
a few hours ago to yourself.
Okay, well, yeah, sure.
No, I mean I was in the car driving back to Seoul today, and I just sing in the car all the time. So
Nice.
that's always my vibe.
Nice.
Just humming along to different songs. Yeah. Oh, there's a ghost.
Ooh, spooky.
Oh, what the?
Brian, when's the last time you sang?
Yesterday,
What were you singing?
some Andean folkloric music.
That's the most
Okay.
Brian response.
Because like I mean I've said this. I have really random times where I want to listen to a specific genre of music, and they vary so much. And so yesterday I was not only yesterday, I think the day before as well. I was just suddenly I was like, oh, I want to listen to this like, I don't know. Do you guys know like what Andean folk music is?
You've played it.
Maybe.
Yeah,
I
think you
can't.
maybe have
I
shown
can't
me
just
this.
recite a lyric over
I'm
here.
not gonna try.
But you've
But
played
it's
them.
like they have the pan flutes
Yeah.
and like the little guitars. Yeah.
Is that a
The
banjo?
charango. No,
So
it's
wait,
called-
so you
Okay.
are you singing lyrics or were you just making the noises?
No, I was singing the lyrics. It's in Spanish.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
You're making noises. He asked.
I mean, sometimes they do sing in
I know he was over there going.
Is that like like Peruvian flute bands?
yeah, but the one I was listening to was from Bolivia. But yeah,
Cool.
and
remember it from,
sometimes they
like,
sing
South
in
Park.
Quechua, but like I don't know Quechua.
I think my last one was. When did we go to Hongdae?
You went there Friday night.
Friday
no?
night.
We went
yeah.
there Friday night,
I went to
right.
Norebang with one of my buddies from school that I haven't seen in a while. So
Oh.
we did some karaoke.
Yeah, I saw
and-
you sang Black Parade.
Yeah, because he's Korean, but he knows a lot of Post Malone. He's the guy I went to the Post Malone concert with. And so we started out doing Post Malone, and then I was like, "What else do you know?" And he was like, "I know Blink 182." So we did a Blink 182 song, and then I was like, "What else do you know?" He was like, I know Paramore." So we did a Paramore song. So that's just the kind of music he listens to,
Okay.
and that I also know. So I was just like, I didn't want to just do songs that he wouldn't know, like. So we were just doing songs that we both know.
Why? Doing songs the other person doesn't know, but that only you sing is the most Korean.
Yeah, I don't like
Karaoke.
that.
They love doing the thing
I
where,
hate it.
they just practice
Yeah.
their song. No one else sings. Shh,
Yeah.
I'm singing.
Or you
It's
could be
insane.
like our buddy Alex, who just sings the same song 3 times because he's so drunk he doesn't realize it.
But you, dog, when's the last time you sang?
I mean, I went to a Norebang pretty recently, I think. Can't really remember. But sometimes when I come home drunk, like
Oh,
before, I want to get a little bit more sober before I go to sleep. So I'll listen to music and I have my headphones on. Sometimes I guess I sing too because my girlfriend comes in and like, shut the fuck up.
I was gonna say, no wonder the missus hates you coming home late.
Yeah.
You
So-
get home and you start singing.
And last time I was drunk was last Friday. So, yeah, probably last Friday.
Nice.
And for clarity, that means he's singing at 6 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay, so Bryant, if you were able to live to the age of 90 and retain either the mind
I don't
or
wanna live till
body
90.
of a 30-year-old for the last 60 years of your life, which would you want? So that's a little confusing, but like basically when you hit 30, you get to either keep
So
your
you need
mind
to
for
go
the rest
back
of your life.
20 years in time.
Yeah. You get to keep your mind for the rest of your life or your body for the rest of your life, but the other one will keep aging until you're 90.
My body. It's pretty easy.
I think it's
Like,
a
I
pretty
feel like
easy answer.
I mean, you are somewhat mature at 30, but you still have maturing to do. So that's a pretty simple one, I think.
Yeah.
I'm already mature. I'm
For
not
me.
even 30 yet.
Dude,
I think we all have the same answer to this one.
No, I have a different
Mine's
answer.
different.
I have a different
I would
answer.
want to keep my mind.
But like, how do
dude
you...
but you're
Well, I'll
almost
explain
30
why.
and your mind is still like a fucking 15-year-old.
But
And he's keeping that 15-year-old mind.
But
Till
the,
he's
the
90.
important part to me is not losing my mind when I'm like in my 80s.
Yeah, but you're not gonna get any smarter either. You're gonna keep this for the next 60 years. Yikes.
Yeah, imagine.
This is
being
that concept.
Imagine being a 50-year-old fucking thinking the
You're,
way you
you're gonna
think.
be in your 90s,
But I don't want to be like senile.
but you're gonna be in your,
I would rather be senile than.
Even if you do get to be senile, you'll be senile for the last 10 years.
Yeah, big true. The last 5 years.
5, yeah.
In fact, matter of-
If you don't have a good diet and
Yeah.
exercise.
But also, if you keep your fucking brain, you're gonna be in your 80-year-old body in Hongdae. Partying.
Yeah, you're
everybody's,
right.
everybody's
You're
gonna be looking at that guy.
Yeah,
Like,
keep it. I like this.
Alright,
Yeah.
30
Or,
30-year-old body, I'm
or
down.
you could be 80-year-olds and your 30-year-old body in Hongdae.
Okay, you've convinced me. My
Get me
mind's
out.
been changed.
Get me out. Get me out. No.
My mind's been changed.
get me
I'm on the
out.
bandwagon. Dogger, what about you?
yeah, so I'll keep my body.
I'm dying at 60. I'm killing myself.
No, that's not the question.
I'm killing myself at 75. No.
That's not the question.
At 75, I'm dying. No, I think body is the simplest. I would like my mind to. I don't think I'm gonna be taking my 80-year-old self to Hongdae, but
But isn't like also you losing your mind kind of connected to your body?
Yeah.
Because your
your
body
diet
ages.
and things. Yeah, a lot.
So like if you keep your body healthy at 30 years old, your
Yeah,
brain
you
should
won't
just
have
be.
brain issues either.
You won't have. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you shouldn't have. Some of us still have
Shouldn't
brain
have.
issues.
Still, yeah.
I was born with brain issues.
All right. I'll start with this one. Do you have a secret hunch about how you will die?
Oh, yeah, I do.
Absolutely, I have.
Oh yeah, you have.
I
one.
wouldn't even say it's a secret hunch. I think I'm just gonna have like heart problems and probably die at like. My family has long history of heart problems and diabetes and everything. It's like there's just no way. There's no way with at least with my current diet and habits that I don't have some kind of heart problems down the line. I hope I don't die early from the heart problems, but I'm assuming at some point, whether I'm 80 or 90 or 60, that's how I'm gonna
I
die.
was gonna say if you die early, it might be that I kill you. That could also be an option.
Could be, yeah, yeah. That was also not a secret, but.
I mean, no, not really. Maybe liver problems.
I can see that one.
No further comment. Liver problems, man.
Or cancer, I guess. But
I was gonna say yeah. I think mine's cancer.
Me too.
Yeah. My grandfather, my dad's side, had cancer when I was in. I want to say it was elementary school because I was a bit too young to fully understand why we kept getting to the hospital and why my granddad was getting bald. Aha, chemo, right? But he recovered, and then my other grandfather, the one who passed away, also passed away from cancer. So I'm just like, shit, I'm about to get it sometime. So go for your colonoscopies.
Stop playing League.
Go for your colonoscopy. Maybe that's why I won't get cancer. I already have it. Yeah, League of Legends cancer.
Yeah, I think cancer too. My great grandmother from my mother's side had it and passed away from it. I never met her though, so just heard about it. And yeah, I don't know why. It's just kind of like a feeling. Like I just think like, yeah, one of these days I'm gonna get that news.
do you guys ever get that random chest pain and you're like, okay, here we are?
I don't know. No. Are you
I
good,
just,
Dogger?
I just randomly get some pain somewhere. I'm like, okay.
You gotta get that checked out.
Now I've got
I
like
don't
bone
think
cancer
that's-
in my knee. Or
Yeah, I
something.
don't think that's normal.
Dogger's like, it's so random after my 5 tequila shot every night. I just start feeling crazy.
I do think, you know, it could be a possibility that if it does happen, it'll be to the lungs. Because
Oh yeah.
yeah, I haven't since I've been here, but I was smoking since I was like 15, 14.
Which is totally legal in China.
Yeah.
No, it isn't.
Okay. Dogger,
No misinformation here.
name 3 things you and your partner appear to have in common. Oh, do we want to do real partners? Or do we want to do podcast
No, I think
partners?
do it. Yeah, one each.
Yeah, I like that.
What you have in common?
Yeah.
Wait, we have 4 people with partners though.
Name 3 things you and your partner appear to have in common. Give
No,
one
we're doing
reason
a-
for
we're
each of
doing a
us.
One each for those foreign guys, but nice one.
Nice one.
Okay, me and Brandon. We got those huge slongs.
Okay.
Fact. Fact check.
It did say appear to have in common.
up here.
Fact check that.
Your one probably looks bigger because it's a different color.
Different color spectrum.
Oh my god.
I mean, me and Hunter, we're white. Not the same kind of white, but white.
Clip this.
I mean, Bryant.
Both love Asian women.
Shit, I've been made.
I guess.
Wait, but wait, no,
No,
that should be with Hunter.
No, me and
Yeah, we already established that last podcast. This is a different episode.
me and Bryant got the same Instagram real algorithm.
We actually do.
Guess that's what we have in
do.
common. Yeah.
Yeah.
At least up here.
I don't know if it was supposed. Okay. I mean, that's how he perceives the question. Then
It didn't. Hey, it didn't say it has to be deep,
yeah,
right?
sure.
Oh,
it does.
Just
my
something.
God.
Just something we all have in common.
Yeah.
I did air.
On to you, Brandon.
I did not expect any of those answers. Oh, that got me.
One thing you have in common with each of us.
One thing I have in common with Brian, we both hate Hannah. No, let's go deeper.
Yeah, I was gonna be all nice with mine.
No,
Just
let's get
roasting.
something of substance. Let's stop roasting.
I'm just thinking.
Hannah.
Imagine the disappointment when someone sees my fucking thing next time.
What do you mean when someone sees it? I hope it's
Also,
your.
next time.
I hope it's
I
your wife.
just saying. It's like, oh, I heard in the
just
pod.
imagine someone like, are you sharing your your friend to people?
Nah, I wouldn't go to the doctor or something.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
He's probably listening to those foreign guys.
Brandon was just in here. Doesn't look the same.
This is so like tricky. Okay.
my
Moving
God.
on.
How can I follow this? Okay.
Do what he can and go deep.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly. Go deep.
Okay. Something Brandon and I have in common is I think we have a deep respect for experiences.
Okay.
Okay.
I won't elaborate. I think that's enough said.
Okay.
I can see that.
Dog and I.
Skipped me. He just skips me.
Saving the worst for last.
Saving the best for last, baby. Dog and I, what we have in common is we can speak. Is there something really in common? Like, I was going to say, I think, a mutual respect for speaking honestly to each other, even when it's shit we don't want to hear.
Yeah.
Even, about ourselves or about each other. Yeah.
I guess it's something in common.
Something in common. And then back to Bryant again.
I do want to interject. I really respect that answer because there's some questions later on in this that I've played this game before, and what you just said is one of my answers for later on.
Okay.
We'll see. We'll have to see. About that.
We'll see.
Little teaser.
What I have in common with Hunter is...
You are both foreigners living in Korea.
at the same time. What I have in common in Hunter is 200 years ago we'd both be slaves in Tennessee. Me for the color of my skin and him for being the worst of his kind.
And also being Irish.
Yeah. You got an Irish blood, huh? Yeah, we'd have been slaves together.
So, I can say it?
Whoa. Only hard R.
Oi? I don't know if I'm ready to go that far. Okay. Bryant?
I feel like I was very surface level. That's fine.
Let's see. I think for Dagger it's the easiest one. I think we have the same kind of humor. Like we both have the same kind of dark humor. Like sometimes there's something that I think is funny, but I'd be kind of, not so comfortable sending to other people because maybe they'll, misinterpret. But yeah, with Dagger I feel like send.
Also, I wasn't only talking about chicks with Instagram real algorithm. I was talking about that too.
Yeah.
No, the memes you two send, yeah. Definitely something.
I think with Brandon, I think I think we have in common maybe certain principles of like how we see attitudes that we ought to have, or how we ought to be, in some ways. And with Hunter, I mean, if I had anything in common with you, I would hate myself.
Jesus.
I'm gonna be able to say something nice. I'm trying to think of nice things to say about you guys.
No, I'm
you
just
guys.
kidding.
Broken Brandon.
I wish I had that one. Oh my god. Oh, I wish I had that in my pocket. That was good. That was good. Hunter, that was out of love. That was out of love. Give him the real one, Brian.
No, I think with Hunter, we share like maybe like our hearts are similar, and that like we do value certain things like kindness and to be good to other people. And yeah, maybe that's why I give him such a hard time, because like he is a little bit kind of like maybe a young me if he was a lot much dorkier.
Little,
And
like
lighter.
little brother vibes.
And
type
lighter.
shit.
yeah, kind of.
Kind of.
Also,
Like the little brother you didn't want.
Yeah.
I want to go back and give the real one that I actually thought of for Hunter.
Okay.
Even though we differ in how we approach the game, I think we both just want to win. We have that in common. That even if we seem trolly, we still try and win.
When you mean the game, you mean.
League of Legends.
Oh. I thought you meant like life, like the game of life. Like we both just want to win, which would also be accurate for me because I just want to win everything.
No, I'm talking about League of Legends.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Fuck you guys. I had such.
I
nice
gave you a
answers.
nice one. The drive to win.
Yeah, I did too.
The drive to win.
I know, Bryant. You got off.
What?
With Dogger, something we have in common: taste in women.
Yellow. It's a yellow taste.
I don't know about the RGB spectrum. We just have the Y spectrum. No, for real though, with Dogger though, mine. I think me and Dogger share the ability to just like, and this is not specifics. Like this is just not saying like you guys aren't this. Like it could be a shared quality, but specifically with Dogger, like I think our ability to just like go out and have a good time in whatever situation it is. Like doesn't matter like the scenario or the people that are there. Like even if we're around people that we don't like, we can still have a good time.
Big true.
And I think that's like something that's I find really impressive about us. I think is that even in a bad situation, we're gonna make the best of it. I think that's for Doggers.
When I see my enemies, I let it be known.
Yeah, you kind of do.
I know. I let it be known.
You're like, fuck you.
It takes like, because for me, it takes a while to get under my skin.
But once someone gets
But once you
under-
get there, I give it. So I agree with it. I see those two.
Now that I think about it,
strongly
yeah,
me
it's
too.
kind of true.
Yeah.
Wait, is that fuck it?
Yeah. I think with Brandon, like, it's something that I like to believe about myself and only comes out in certain situations. But you, I think, display this quality a lot more like publicly. Is I do appreciate like being able to sit down and like having heart to hearts, even though I might not like it half the time. It is something that I think I require and like something that I do enjoy afterwards. And I think you also really enjoy being able to like sit down and like be honestly be able to tell someone like, here's what you've fucked up on. Like, you need to hear it from somebody. And I also enjoy hearing it. But before I hear it, I don't want to hear it.
Which I respect.
But afterwards,
No, yeah,
I'm like,
no, yeah.
I'm really glad that you did this. So like, I think we have that.
That's why he gets mad with you, because you never fucking listen.
It takes a long time for
It takes a while. It just takes a while.
It takes a long time. You have to penetrate the Neanderthal skull.
Yeah.
A lot thicker than the African skull. Despite,
Yeah, isn't it the opposite?
hey, whoa.
whoa.
I'm no phrenologist over here, but
And then for Bryant, I think Bryant's one of the harder ones because I think in terms of like personality, we have like some things in common. But I think me and Bryant are the most different.
can I pause
I
you
think
there?
so
I know. I was
too.
about to say. I was like, you just threw some shade over
but
there.
not in a bad way. Not in a
Okay.
way where I'm like, oh, we're so different. It's just like I find that very interesting about him.
Ah.
Whereas like, and this kind of leads into what I was gonna say is that I think me and you both really love talking about things that we love. Like sharing the experiences that we've had and like sharing things we are passionate about. And I really enjoy that because we are so different that all of our stuff is very different. So when you talk about things, it's very new things to me. And I enjoy hearing about that, especially because you're so passionate about it. So I think that makes me even more interested in what you're talking about.
That is a good point.
I
I haven't
did-
thought
yeah.
about, because I For me, it was also really hard to think about yours because I think we are very
Yeah,
different.
absolutely.
But that is a good spin because you guys have not just that you don't have similar interests, but the things you're most passionate about is so different. But the passion is the thing in common.
Yeah.
Yeah, big
Yeah.
true.
Damn, now I'm kind of happy I went first. So I didn't have to do all
No,
this,
you need to go again. You need to give real answers.
this lovey-dovey bullshit.
This
going
guy
on
needs to
around
go
here.
again.
Nah, I'm good.
All right,
Still love you guys, but
Brandon. It's not getting any lighter in here.
Oh damn! Wait, what? You got
Wait a
this
second.
man pulled the beer and made that joke? Whoa!
For what in your life do you feel most grateful?
Shit! Most grateful?
I can go first if you need to think about it.
No. I got it. Just thinking about the words in which you want to say this. I think in some cases, despite quite literal physical distance between like family and stuff, I think just still being surrounded by people I love and care for is the best. Because I mean, my sister and I, she'll probably be listening to this, I hope. I'll check. We recently had like a heart-to-heart phone call. Mostly her just talking. And I was like, damn. My sister loves me. I love her. And, you know, I love my sister. And it's just like, it's nice that I am surrounded by all this love and care, even if it manifests itself in dark memes and beers. You know, having the boys here like family and, you know, other friends as well. You know, the wags. And then, you know, just also having my parents always be there if I ever call a message. Always supportive. It's just, yeah, I'm grateful for that. That no matter where I am in the world, I think I'll survive.
Yeah.
I think for me, it's like, yeah, it's really easy for me. It just comes up to my mind right away. It is my family. I think specifically my parents and my older brother. My younger siblings, like, you know, they're younger, and it's like more I feel like I need to take care of them, or because they're younger, maybe I feel more towards my parents like I've learned so much from them and from my older brother. And it's like, because so many things that they've gone through, I can see throughout my life how it has made me who I am. So my parents being immigrants in America at first, and then having to go through what they went through, kind of like taught me and my older brother what, like, how valuable it is to kind of like stand on your own legs and try to do everything for yourself. And yeah, my older brother also going beyond that. My mom, like the way that she is, like the heart that she has, I think is I got that directly from her. So having them around, and also the kind of support I've always had from them, is just, yeah, it just makes that question way too easy.
I think I'm pretty similar. To be more specific about just like other than just family, like my family, I don't know if I've talked about it on the podcast, but like our family's kind of complicated. Like my brother, my sister, like my half brother and sister, because from my parents' like first marriages, and then I'm the child of the second marriage. So like my brother and sister aren't related, but they like grew up together, and like there's all these like remarriages and divorces and stuff. I think for me, like the thing I'm most grateful for is that throughout my childhood, like I never really felt that the family was broken, I guess is the way to say it. We never felt like a broken family, even though some people might categorize us as that. Especially like my brother and sister, like not living at our house every day. Like sometimes my sister would be at her dad's house, or my brother would be at his mom's house half the week. And so like the times that we were all together was really special to me. And then even after my parents got divorced, like it was kind of awkward for a few years, but afterwards, like it came to a point where we were like, okay, like the important thing is that we're all together, even if we're not like a married family and everyone's together. So like even after my parents got divorced, like me, my brother, my sister, my mom, my dad, like their spouses and stuff, like we would all spend Christmas together. Like and props to my mom and dad for being able to be like, hey, you know, we're divorced, but like we'll still spend Christmas together, like with our kids and stuff like that. And like they were always very friendly with each other. Like it wasn't like, and there was no like big animosity, I don't think. Maybe behind closed doors.
Yeah, disclaimer on that one.
At least in the living room, everything seemed fine. So I think I really, really cherish that, and like, because it is hard growing up in like kind of broken homes and stuff like that. And so I think my parents did a very good job of like making sure that I grew up with a very good childhood. Yeah.
I mean,
Now he's got to go last.
it's kind of boring. It's the same, I guess. My parents.
No, it's not boring.
Because everyone
visit them twice a year. Yeah,
Yeah,
you definitely love your parents more
For
than
sure.
us.
I mean, I don't think I was a very difficult kid, but there have been times where I wanted to give up, like especially when I was in college stuff. But I was so over it. Like the last 2 years, I did not want to finish it, but then my parents just pushed me to finish, and I mean, made me the man I am today. Where I am today. So yeah,
I'm just trying
it's
to
just
picture
the parents.
what kind of trouble can you get up to in Iceland?
Oh, you'd be surprised.
Also, it's pretty funny, like how, you know, we said that we share the same kind of humor, but like you seem to share that same kind of humor with your dad as well.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I actually saw when my my great grandmother died.
We were together.
No, we were together. Yeah, that night I was insane. like Brian's like
my-
this man's just making all the jokes and Brian and I just staring at each other like.
Like my dad just sent me a picture of her with no context. Like it's kind of fucked up, but it's
So
kind of
good.
funny. It looks like how our family has dealt with stuff in the
Yeah,
past.
so
It's just
good.
kind of humor. It's like
Yeah.
I mean, once you laugh, everything kind of becomes okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's just so. I guess my parents. I'm thankful for them. Thanks, guys. And I guess my health too. I've been relatively healthy through my whole life.
True.
Nothing major so far.
Man, you just spoke about feeling heart pain.
That's minor. That's minor. Don't worry about it.
I can't wait for him to die on the podcast.
That's just inflammation from having smoked cigarettes the night before or something. So far, I say. So far. But yeah.
Okay, Brian. The next one, I'm going to start a timer.
Oh.
It says, take 4 minutes and tell your partners your life story in as much detail as possible.
Jesus, 4 minutes.
4
What
minutes.
partners?
That's
We
we're
the
the partners
partners.
for
You're
this
the
for the
partners.
sake of
Okay.
this.
Yeehaw!
Yeehaw, baby.
Yeehaw.
Cowboys.
All right, 4 minutes. Your life story. Go.
All right. I was born in America, lived there for 9 years, moved to Ecuador for the next 10 years. It was a little bit interesting because I had grown up and had like the American childhood, and then I was thrown into the Ecuadorian childhood, which had a lot of differences. So it felt a little hard at first to fit in, but eventually I really grew to love the country and the culture and the people there. So yeah, it was great. But when I was 19, you know, because I was just fucking around too much and not caring about my future, I went to China to take a sabbatical. It was supposed to be a sabbatical semester and learn Chinese and then kind of figure what I wanted to do for when I came back. But I ended up liking China so much at the time that I stayed there for 10 years. So by the time I was 29, I moved back to, or was it 29? I think so. I moved back to Ecuador, lived there for another year. Then I came to Korea. That was kind of like I had a job offer in China that didn't pan out. So then I moved here. So the point being about all of this is that because I lived for those different times in those very different places, yeah, and especially in 3 different formative phases of my life, it kind of made me feel like I didn't really belong to anyone, but at the same time made me able to appreciate and adapt to any of them. So yeah, it's like it's hard for me to say like where I feel I'm going back home somewhere, or where is my home, but you know, it also gives me the freedom to say, yeah, I can be anywhere and I'll be fine, except a few places that you guys probably know about. Like I'll never go there.
Where's this man never gonna go?
Well, anyways, that yeah, I guess that's pretty much the basic thing. Like yeah, I enjoyed partying a lot when I was young. I did so much of that I think like I'm at a point where I'm kind of done with it, but I still enjoy having a night out. You know me, like my birthday is coming up next in a couple of weeks. So I'm not looking to do anything crazy and go like, you know,
Nothing
clubbing
like
or
last
something.
year, you see.
Yeah. I just kind of want to go to a bar and have a lot of drinks and like have fun that way, you know. Yeah, I'm getting older, I guess. That's pretty much it.
Okay.
I have a question to expand things. Sabbatical year when you're 19, isn't that a gap year?
Yeah, gap year. You don't call
Okay.
it sabbatical?
No, sabbaticals for when you're like 40 years old and you try
isn't that what, like,
go
teachers-
through a midlife
No.
crisis, so you stop working for a year and you.
Well, I think
go on a
maybe
journey
it's
of
like just a
self-discovery. Okay,
mistranslation because I think in Spanish you do call it a sabbatical.
Oh, interesting. Okay. I mean, I think sabbatical doesn't necessarily have an age, but I think the cultural context,
Yeah.
we wouldn't use that
Yeah, yeah.
when you're
college,
young. In
yeah.
college, yeah. You,
Yeah.
Gap
I
year.
guess, yeah.
Okay.
The term would be gap year, but
Oh,
we called it
it's
sabbatical in
interesting. It's
Spanish.
interesting. Oh, nice. Good story.
If you can't make it 4 minutes, you can cut off whenever. I think it's just
think-
within 4 minutes. Tell your life
So
story.
I think we should all go before Hunter, and then each minute we had left, we can give to him.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be talking forever.
Do you
dude,
want to go?
just-
No, go,
Just,
go, go,
just
go.
let him keep the floor, dude.
Okay.
I don't want to listen to all that shit.
So for me, born in Tennessee, Chattanooga, lived there pretty much most of my life. Went to my church had like pre-K, so we went there, and then we moved out really far into the countryside, and there was like this elementary school there that I went to, and my sister was going to high school kind of on the other side of town. And my parents were like, oh, they really wanted me to go to kind of more like a private school, a little bit better education in the area. And so they moved me to this like private school where my sister was. But the school's like completely separate. She was like so much older than me, so we never saw each other. And I went there for like a year and a half. And then my dad got this offer for his job in Florida. And so they were like, okay, well, let's move to Florida. So we moved to Florida for like 4 years. And yeah, middle school was terrible for me. Yeah, I was like right in middle school at the time when South Park was really popular, and the whole he's a ginger thing was like really popular, and the gingers have no souls. So everyone in middle school watched that and then came to school the next day, and I went from being like a not popular but not unpopular person to being immediately unpopular and kind of the butt of every joke in every
Popular
hallway.
for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, popular for the wrong reasons. Absolutely. And at least at that time, like, I mean, like, I'm still working on it, but like, I think at that time I was really bad at handling other people's words towards me.
Have you grown since then?
I mean, I definitely have. Compared to that time, yeah. Like at that time, like the smallest thing could like set me off
yeah.
into like a tirade where I wouldn't say I got into fights, but I got into physical altercations that were very one-sided because of things that I would do and say. And so I think my parents kind of realized that I was probably not in the best environment, and so. That along with we had some like my grandmother passed away, and so we decided, oh, let's move back to Tennessee. So we moved back, and like moving back there, I think they saw it as like a chance for me to kind of have a reset on my life, especially since I was like going into high school at that point. My parents were terrible in that judgment because they sent me to a private school that all the kids, it was a Catholic high school, and there was 2 Catholic middle schools in our city. And so all the students from the Catholic middle schools who also went to the same elementary school together all went to the same high school. So like cliques were already a thing. Like people already had their like lifelong friends. There weren't really any like outsiders coming in. So it was just like the same thing over again where it was like, okay, I'm kind of ostracized. Like I don't really have a way into this. And also I wasn't Catholic. So I didn't really have a lot of the like similarities with all of them and like the same past as them. So that was a little rough. And then my parents were like, okay, you know what? Hunter probably just needs to go to a public school. And then I went to public school, and it was great. It was awesome. I entered the talent show, and everyone knew that I was the magic kid because I did magic tricks in the talent show. And at first, I was worried. I was like, "This is gonna ruin me again," but people loved it, and like I made a lot of friends. And like people would be like, "Oh, dude, you're Hunter. You're the magic kid. Show me magic trick." It's like it actually worked in my favor, and so it ended up working out. Everyone did think I was gay. Because
We still do.
because the only person I knew kind of going into that high school was like my childhood best one of my childhood friends who was female, and obviously all of her friends are girls, but she was just like, yeah, come sit at our table. So for my last 2 years of high school, I just sat at the girls, like a table full of girls every day. So everyone just was like, he must be gay. That's the only explanation. I did
Why
have a
are you
girlfriend,
gay?
but she went to a different school. So anytime someone said,
yeah.
do you have a
The
girlfriend? I'd be like,
classic.
yeah, I do, but she goes to a different school.
yeah.
It wasn't until prom that she actually, everyone realized, oh, she's real and not fake. But yeah, so that was high school and middle school, and yeah, I'm already out of my 4 minutes.
No way. Brian took like 2 minutes, and this man was like, I don't know what else to say.
Really quick,
I just had
worked
4
at a news
minutes.
station, decided I wanted to live abroad, came to Korea, graduated, now I'm here.
Damn.
I just love how
Damn.
he went to a public school and then is like, all right, I can make friends now. I'm gonna do magic, and then some fucking how it worked.
What magic trick did you do? Cock magic?
I did like I did like three tricks on a stage. I did like a mentalism trick where like someone in the audience like picked a thing in their head and I predicted what it was with out of an envelope. And then my finale trick was I had two girls from the volleyball team who were really tall come out and basically lift a curtain in front of me, and then when you hold it down, like the top half of my body is disappeared, and all you can see is my jeans walking around the stage.
Okay, that makes sense. Like if I saw that, I'd be like, holy shit, how do you do
So
that?
yeah, well, why haven't you shown us?
It wasn't
this
like
magic?
it wasn't like pick a card, any card.
Why
like,
haven't you
"Ooh,
shown us
was
this
it."
magic?
Did you have like a hat and a
Yeah, that's what I
No, I
imagined.
didn't
The
have
hat,
a
the
cape.
wand,
Nah,
and a
nah,
little
nah.
rabbit.
Ta-da!
No, I didn't do the
No.
cape for.
No, I feel like we've been undersold a
Yeah,
good time.
dude.
Show us some magic.
Show some magic.
Okay, maybe next time.
Show us, dude.
got
I
a
wish
curtain.
half of the time we're together, I wish you disappeared.
All right, Dogger.
So
Life
me.
story.
Dog is gonna take a minute.
Yeah.
Let's place bets. Minute 45.
So, picture the situation: Reykjavik, Iceland, May 26th,
What?
1994. Summer's about to start, and this wonderful child is born. Yeah, I was born in Reykjavik, Iceland, to a mother and a father.
Getting all the adjectives and nouns in here.
Went to what do you call elementary school for 4 years. Then my parents decided to take a job in the countryside, so moved there for a couple of years. Where I guess I got a lot of experience. I don't know how to explain it, but living in the countryside in Iceland is quite different from being in the city. Because like I've told you the story before, like we're taken to the slaughterhouse, we're just out there with animals and shit. So it's kind of, I guess it's where I start to become a man in the countryside. Moved back to the city. I'm told by all the countryside people I'm going to like a bad high school or bad middle school, whatever. Like, oh, really? You're going to that school? Don't know why. Go to that school. It's just fine people who are now all of my lifelong friends. Who I just recently went to Iceland to the birthday party with all those guys. So that was good. Yeah, went to a high school. That was good too.
You weren't a ginger.
I
so-
wasn't ginger. I wasn't bullied. I was a popular kid. Decided to go to college to study software engineering. I guess I was very lucky in that being kind of a computer nerd my whole life, I was very lucky to know immediately what I wanted to study, which was kind of an excuse just to be in front of the computer because I was kind of a computer addicted kid.
Uh-huh.
But-
Games?
Video games, yeah. And my mom used to always fucking stop playing that fucking shit. But I was so good at it, so I just kept doing it, I guess. So I went to software engineering. That's where I decided to go for an exchange semester here. And it's my life since. That's kind of my second phase. It's kind of phase 1 and phase 2. Because now I'm living my second phase. I haven't been in Korea for 6 years. So yeah, it's very simple. How was that? 2 minutes?
2 minutes.
Damn,
Yeah,
it just
not
be
bad.
20
bad.
seconds.
It felt like when you have an essay and you have like a, like
I
a
think
word
the beginning,
requirement,
yeah.
and you're just like trying to fill it up.
I know, guys.
Adjective.
Fuck
It was a
adjective.
very, 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 very great morning.
Born to a mom and a dad. Okay.
Did you guys ever read those Lemony Snicket books, the series of unfortunate
Yeah.
events? Do you
Lemony
remember like
who?
I think it was like the 4th or 5th book. Like there was like 4 or 5 pages that just was the word "very" over and over and over again for
I
like
only
5
watched
pages.
the movie.
Movies are good too. Anyway,
But yeah,
Like
I
Creepy
guess
Man.
to go into a little more detail, I went for an exchange semester here. And when I came back, I was kind of depressed in Iceland, having had the greatest 6 months of my life. And that's where kind of I was talking about before, where my parents had to kind of like push me, like, hey, you can do it, you can finish this. And then, my mom pushed me to finish my fucking school. I worked for a year, and then I moved here. So,
living the dream.
Nice.
living the dream. At least my dream.
Yeah.
Hi, Brandon. Warm it up. Warm it up. I'm cutting this out.
You want me to play the drum for you?
It kind of also like goes into the same question when people always ask you like, why do you live in Korea? Like, I don't know, it's just
It just happened.
it just happened,
happened.
kind of.
Magic.
Yeah. You ready, sir?
Oh.
Hit us with it.
I don't even know where to start. I'm born September 1993. I was going to be named Brandon Lee, but then homie died young, and my parents were like, "Ooh, no, not Brandon Lee." So now I'm Brandon George after my grandfather. Grew up poor, I guess, in the hood. If my grandmother's watching, I know it's not the hood. She says it's not the hood, but it's the hood. Went to a white school that was like 30 minutes away from my home. So I had very little friends and very little people who looked the same as me around me. I think in my class, there might have just been 3 or 4 non-white kids. And it was like that from first grade till 7th grade. So a lot of my experiences were kind of like a white person. But then I'd go home to the hood, and my parents would let me play outside because, ooh, danger, right? Don't play with the other kids. So I just spent a lot of time on the PC playing Pokemon illegally because we couldn't afford a GBA or whatever, Game Boy. But yeah, that was a good fun. Went to high school then, and went to a colored high school. Yeah, very different. So now I went from being too colored to be at the white school to now being too white to be at the colored school. So it was like the first 2 years was just like
You went in and you were like, "Where's the mashed potatoes?"
No, I was like, I had to unlearn so many things and relearn. This is what my people do. Okay, let's learn. So I wouldn't say unpopular, but I didn't have a lot of friends in my first couple of years at high school. It's just like the same. I had like a handful of friends who were the best of friends, but I wouldn't say I had a lot of friends. In 10th grade, where we kind of like choose the subjects you want to focus in, I went to a math science high school, but I was like, fuck math and science. I'm going to study drama. And I had to persuade the vice principal to let me choose the subject because she was like, your scores in math and science are too high. You can't do this. And I was like,
She was like, "Wait, are you gay?"
no, essentially. So eventually it came down to like, why are you gay? And I was like, I'm not, but you watch TV. Everyone watches TV, right? And she was like, okay, fine, go. But you'll regret this. And then studying drama, I became the popular kid. Because I was like always doing shows and theater performances and on stage. So I went, my first 2.5 years and the latter 2.5 years are 2 very different experiences. But studying drama, there was a lot of, why are you gay? Do you know you are gay? And I'm like, I'm not gay. I've tried. I've checked. Oh, it doesn't do anything for me. Yeah, then I went to university. Didn't want to go to university first because I didn't know what I wanted to study. But my parents were like, you are not taking a gap year. You must finish university. Don't be like the rest. And I was like, oh, shit. Here we go. So I just chose what I was good at. English and acting. So I studied English and drama. But then also my friend group at university was, again, very different. I was now friends with like all the Asians. The Chinese, the Taiwanese, the Koreans, all of them. And so I studied Mandarin as my sort of minor, went to China, started dating a Taiwanese chick. She broke my heart, so I hope China takes Taiwan. Please censor that.
Wait a minute.
Please censor that. Don't know context me. Just a little humor. Just a
That
little
was a
humor.
clip right there.
Just a little humor.
Whoa.
I started playing a lot of video games at university, got into League of Legends, came to Korea after my first year out of university to play in a League of Legends tournament, and that's when I was like, damn, Korea's fucking fire, let's move here. And I went home, and within that same week, I handed in my resignation letter to my boss, and I was like, not to my boss, to my manager. And I was like, don't tell the boss yet, but I'm applying to go to Korea, but I'm quitting because I'm going to go in 5 months. And he was like, okay, it's our secret. But I could see him sweating. So I appreciate Tando, thanks for keeping it a secret for 5 months. But yeah, in those 5 months, I just did everything I could possibly do to get to Korea, came here, and been here 6 years later.
Nice.
Boom.
Interesting.
Okay.
So kind of like you, Brian. Don't know where the fuck I belong.
Okay. Did I start that one?
Doesn't matter.
I did.
Well, we ended on me, which means Brian started.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So then for me,
Damn,
if
it's
you
not
could
2 hour one, huh?
wake up, yes, a long way. If you could wake up tomorrow having gained one quality or ability, what would it be?
Like powers?
It says quality or ability.
So not powers.
So I'm assuming like some kind of skill of some kind, or maybe an athletic ability or something.
Yeah.
I think for me, easy answer, fluent Korean, just instant. Wake it up, be fluent, be great. I'd love that. What about you, Brian? Dope dogger.
Like 8 inches.
Yep, that is a quality.
Thick.
Not in the nether regions, just in the
Oh,
total
height?
size.
Ah.
Which is even more powerful in Korea.
Yeah, that's more powerful. Yeah.
Hey, tall white man. Oh shit.
I was mostly thinking for basketball, but yeah, sure.
That is funny that we all immediately went there. And then it's just like in height.
Because there's 4 guys. Of course, that's where we're going to go first.
Not that I ever cared. I just want to play better basketball.
Fair.
How set are you in life that that's what you choose? Something as trivial as a hobby that your knees won't last another 2 years in.
To be fair, my knees are pretty good right now, probably because I am smaller.
Yeah, oh, no, that is a thing. Okay, but
But I
yeah,
don't know, it's pretty-
basketball. That's nice.
Pretty good.
Shit.
Or focus. I guess I could focus a little bit more.
I would choose, man, the ability to actually just focus on the shit that I want to focus on. I don't think I'm ADHD. I just think I'm lazy as shit. So maybe not lazy, but like if I could get that in there, all the fucking hobbies and things that I do already do, oh, life's peaceful.
But I do think that can be trained.
Yeah, I know it can be trained. Yeah,
So that's why I chose the height thing.
You see,
Can't
that-
train
no,
that.
That's like a power. How can the man just grow 8 inches?
Yeah.
So can I choose powers? Magic?
You know, you never
Sure, I
seen
mean-
anything grow 8 inches?
Quality or ability. Yeah. Right.
I think like I think I am ADHD, but that would be my second choice. I think my first one would be the ability to like sing very well.
Ooh.
I love singing, but I just recognize that I'm not good at it, and I don't think it's like it's something I really like, but it's not something that I would want enough to like try to train myself to sing. If it was something where I could just like get it like that, that's the one I want.
At least your partner didn't roast you for it. Call back to Patreon episode
Oh, yeah.
5.
Check out our Patreon if you want to know what he's talking about. Okay. Dogger. If a crystal ball could tell you the truth about yourself, your life, the future, or anything else, what would you want to know? I'm assuming this means one thing.
Yeah.
If the idea that I'm currently working on as my like a product I'm trying to make, if that would work out.
So future.
Future, yeah.
Damn.
Currently
crystal
working on a
ball.
software product. And I would want to know, if that would it's gonna actually sell.
Crystal ball, please show me the next lot of numbers where I am the only winner.
Or that.
I don't want to share with nobody.
That would be, yeah, that's actually such a good one. Yeah, I think I would just want to know what direction I need to go moving on from now. Like, what should I? Which is the best path for me right now?
Yeah.
Or which direction should I move?
East.
I think that's it.
I think mine's similar as yours. I would want to know like what's the best like career path for me. Like what should I be working towards right now to have the career path that's going to work the best for me? Yeah, that's what I want to know. Because right now I think I'm just really confused.
I think like a secondary one is, will I live to see AI take over the world?
At the current rate, no.
Yeah. I know.
You're looking at the next 20 years.
Yeah, but so then I'll
As
know.
someone as someone in the space, nah.
Yeah, but I'll know. That's the thing.
Yeah, but you'll
I'll be like, don't worry about it, guys.
Okay, Brandon. Is there something that you've dreamed of doing for a long time? Why haven't you done it?
Fuck. I can't beat the shit out of you because I'll get deported.
No, it's a foreigner. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Oh, big true, big true. Yeah, okay. Let's get him. Ante, you might not want to end this podcast.
You keep it rolling the whole time.
Something that, I mean, yeah, I kind of just said it, part of like my laziness and just sort of putting things off. But I've started writing so many different things. My iPad's just full with so many different short stories and notes, and I just haven't actually jumped into it because I don't know, I just keep losing focus or keep changing ideas, and it's just always something new, which isn't necessarily bad, but it's just putting me off doing it because I feel like I can't commit to one thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Brian?
I think similar to the last one. I think being good at playing an instrument is another thing that I want.
Which instrument?
I think probably guitar, but I also do really like the idea of playing the piano. Yeah, guitar or bass, but Yeah, and I have tried before, but it's just like it always feels that at some point, especially like now, there's so many things that I have to do and worry about, and I feel like the only time where I actually have some time that I could do it is like I'm so tired and I want to rest, I want to take a break, so like I'll just play a game or watch something. So yeah, I mean it's an excuse, but yeah, that is what it would be.
Nice. I think for me, it's traveling. It's just been a money and a time issue. I just haven't really gotten to that point where I can comfortably do it yet. But for me, traveling, because like I've only been to America and Korea, so and now
went to
Japan,
Japan.
technically. Well, it wasn't really Japan, but yeah, I want to be able to travel more.
I don't know.
for,
You
like-
got to see the local scene.
Yeah, it was nice.
Experience the local cuisine.
Yeah, it was nice. But yeah,
Eat well.
yeah, just wanted to have more experiences like that. Exactly like that. Yeah, Dogger.
Breathe, dogger.
Mine is similar to Brandon's because like, and same as the answer I just gave before, because I have so many side projects that I've started. So just like finishing, fucking releasing one of them.
Yeah, just one.
Just one.
Yeah.
Make something from like start to finish. I mean, for software, there's never a finish, I guess, but like releasing something actually finally.
Yeah.
Instead of just like, oh, what's this shiny new thing? Which is always has always been my curse. So I guess that's same as Brandon.
What number are we on?
We're going into 15.
Damn, this shit takes a long
4
time.
We have 4 more.
I think at 18 we just got to be like, ooh, time to eat dinner.
Well, 18 is the end of this episode.
Yeah, I know, but we have Patreon too.
We'll talk about that.
Okay.
All right. Who started
Subscribe to our
that
Patreon.
one? Yeah. Who started that one?
I believe
You
I
started
did.
that one, right?
Yeah.
So, Bryant, what is the greatest accomplishment of your life?
Whoo!
Shit. I don't really feel like I've accomplished much. I am proud of the fact that I can speak 3 languages.
Hell yeah.
But I don't. It seems a little bit unfair to like use it as an accomplishment because like English comes from me being in the States, so it's like circumstantial. And the same with Spanish because my parents spoke Spanish to me, so it's kind of like a freebie, you know?
I wouldn't say that
Chinese is
because I
like-
mean, as an example, going to the university I went to, man, it's an African university. Every kid must learn like Afrikaans at school. The amount of kids who just straight up couldn't speak Afrikaans was baffling to the point where I remember in one sort of drama class they were like, "What languages can you speak? Let's be creative." And everyone was naming like Europe. I speak Spanish, I speak French, and I was like, I don't speak any of this shit. Let's be funny and say Afrikaans. And they were shocked that I spoke Afrikaans. I was like, fuck. Okay.
Yeah,
Don't take
so-
anything for granted. Cheers. Own that.
I still feel like it is kind of a freebie because my parents being immigrants in the States, it's like I think when that first generation of immigrants are there, the children are bound to be bilingual.
But Chinese is like an accomplishment as itself, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, sure.
Been chilling.
As a non-Eastern person, I think like being someone from the West, they can speak.
Yeah,
Pretty
I
fluent
guess I
Chinese
kind
is
of-
like-
I kind of feel a little bit about that, but that's the thing. It's only one. It's as opposed to having an extra one that I say like, oh, I also did that one. Yeah, hopefully, but
And Korean soon.
yeah,
Soon.
I had my midterms and it did not go well, but yeah, let's see.
I think for me, just being able to say that like because like before coming to Korea, I think maybe I thought, am I really gonna be able to do this? Like, am I gonna be able to make it through 4 years of college doing it here? And the fact that I did it and did it what I believe was pretty well. Like I had pretty good grades and like going through school and stuff. Like I never had good grades, so like I think part of me was like, oh, what if I start missing classes, start failing classes, and I can't do it? Like I think I'm just very impressed with myself of how well I did. Given the expectation that I think I had for myself before I came. So I'm pretty proud of that.
Me?
Digga dogger.
Probably getting a 9 on my fucking final math class in university. Yeah, because I didn't study the whole semester. I didn't even attend one class. And then I just studied the whole night before and I fucking got a 9 somehow.
Nice.
That is the way.
No, but
Is
I guess
9 a high score?
it's like 9 out of 10.
Okay.
So 1 out of 10.
Exactly.
Fuck with you.
If I had 10, I'd probably like be accused of cheating. No, but I guess like just finishing my like software engineering degree, I guess is one of my, like I have said before, it wasn't easy because of like personal reasons. But I guess also just landing my girl.
Let's go on.
So I just decided then getting married. Simple, done.
Yeah, is that yours?
I mean, I guess it is. It's, an accomplishment.
It doesn't have to be. It's
But
okay.
it's okay, yeah. Please don't judge me, Lauren. Man, because I used to joke for a long time that I peaked at high school. I'll go with that. I got like a 96 out of 100 for my drama.
Nice.
Deuces. While beefing with half the class. Like Hunter, I too like beefing with people. Yeah, so I was,
Oh, you're not innocent.
Another thing we
No.
have in common.
yeah, no. No, I beefed with half my class and still got 96. I was like, hell yeah, fuck you guys. I'm out.
Okay. Starting with me. Oh, this is gonna. What do you value most in a friendship? And this is coming back to my teaser from earlier. Honesty. I love when my friends feel like they are comfortable enough with me that they can tell me when I'm on my bullshit and when I'm doing something wrong
Constantly.
and call me out for shit.
Constantly,
Even-
always.
Yeah, it might be. Yeah, it's constantly.
Pretty
yeah.
ironic that he appreciates honesty, but is always bullshitting.
You think you'd learn by now, huh?
But that is what I value the most.
He values it from others.
Yeah, I value it from others.
Uh-huh.
It's said in a friendship,
Friendship,
not in yourself.
yeah, friendship, not in
Yeah.
yourself. Yeah, cheers.
Dogger?
I mean, I guess just like loyalty. Just, yeah, it's simple.
Yeah.
The
Loyalty,
bro
just-
code.
The bro code, I guess, if you want to call it that. If you want to be cheesy.
Yeah.
I mean, just don't fuck your bros over, I guess.
Yeah. You can
Don't
fuck
look at
them,
me.
but you can't fuck 'em
There
over.
we go.
You can fuck your bros, but don't fuck them over.
Shit. Man, you guys choose the two good ones.
It
Yeah,
could be the same.
It's kind of.
Just be honest about it,
Isn't
like-
this kind of the only thing, the
Yeah.
only answer to this question?
No, I don't think so.
No, I think they are my other thing, but those are the two I think I value the most. So if I had to choose a third one,
I appreciate their beauty.
oh fuck yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'm skipping one of you guys though.
Oh, wait a minute.
No, I think I'm just gonna like sort of copy, not just the fact that they will accept honesty, but that I can also just be honest about anything and just, talk. Not only just listening about their honesty, but the fact that I feel comfortable saying shit,
Yeah.
unashamedly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Both about myself and about Hunter.
I think mine is similar to Dagger's. It's basically trust. I can just trust my friends that they're not going to fuck me over.
Yeah. If I tell you something, don't spread it.
Because once you have that, then you can feel comfortable, and when you feel comfortable, you have peace of mind. And like that's kind of what you need, I think.
But how many accusations before trust is broken?
Not by me.
True accusations. Just saying. Okay.
Next question.
Yeah. Dogger, what is your most treasured memory?
Well, that is tough.
If you need a second.
I'm sorry.
I need a
have
second.
mine.
I need a second. You
You
go
wanna
ahead.
Do you have one, Brandon?
I'm
I was
Ish.
just going down the line.
I just have so many. So
yeah.
Well, that's been good.
You go.
Okay. For me, I feel like this is new information for you guys, actually. Because
Uh-oh.
I thought I told you guys about my magic career, but I guess not. In high school,
you definitely skipped that part.
I was like, really big into church when I was in high school, and we did like this yearly retreat type thing where we'd go to Gatlinburg, Tennessee. There's this big convention center, and it'd be all the churches from like that are like church district in Tennessee. So all the youth groups would come and stuff like that. And there'd be a speaker and some like bands and stuff like that would play music. And one of the features of it that they would do is that from each district, they would have certain groups from the youth groups come and do some kind of skit, or most of them were singing or bands or stuff like that. And so I had gone to it like 2 or 3 years in a row. I think it was my last year going. And I was like, how cool would it be if we did like some kind of magic trick? But like kind of tie it into like the message and stuff like that. And so it was like me, my girlfriend at the time, and like a few of my friends. And there's this like magic trick where basically you put somebody in a box, you lock the box, one person stands on top, you throw a curtain up in the air, and when it comes down, the person that was in the box is now standing on top, and the person who was on top is now, when they unlock the box, inside the box. And so we did this like we kind of had to make it into a skit for like make it more like religiously themed. So we like came up with this whole skit and everything, and we had to go to like our local area and compete against all the other churches. And so we went up and we did ours, and I thought there was no way we were gonna win because it was like a group voting system. So the people who are competing vote for the winner. You put like, oh, I thought this group was the best, second best, third best, and our group had 3 people in it, where all these other groups had like 10 or like 12 people in it. So there's just no way we were gonna be able to like outvote the other groups, right? There's like this one group that did like, what was the Cup song from what was that movie? The
Pitch
singing
Perfect.
movie. Yeah, Pitch Perfect. They did like a Christian version of that. Like there was some pretty like creative stuff that people did. So I was just like, there's no way we're gonna win. We just don't have the manpower to vote ourselves in. And we somehow got first place. And I remember like I was just like standing there, like me and my friends, we were all holding hands when they were like about to announce it, and they said we won, and I like tears, like the happiest tears of my life just started coming down my face, and I don't know why. Like I will always remember that as like probably the happiest moment of my life, because I don't know why it was so important to me, but we won, and that was really cool. And so we got to go to this convention, and like I think it was in front of like 10,000 people. We just did our little skit, and it was really cool.
So your biggest and happiest moment in your life is over an ability you never told any of us.
Not happiest moment, just treasured memory.
Motherfucker.
Wait,
One of
wait,
my
you
most
didn't it in
treasured.
like a church thing? Didn't they try to burn you at the stake?
No, because he
It
just
was-
said Jesus did it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was pretty ironic that like it was like a magic trick, like which is in the past kind of
Yeah.
seen as like satanic kind of
No,
stuff.
I have to see magic tonight.
I mean, I have a video of it. I can show you guys
Can
the
you
video.
make someone disappear?
I can.
I guess when I like listen to it, it's probably not my happiest memory, but it's one of my favorite memories from when I was younger, because I used to play Counter-Strike, and it was a big competitive scene in Iceland for Counter-Strike, and I was on this team that was kind of probably the second or the third best.
The same memory. Continue.
And we always lost to this like the best team. We just always lost to them. And then we were finally at like a LAN, a big LAN. It's like 500 people, and there's this tournament, and we finally beat them. I just remember like we were all the 5 guys were all screaming like "fuck yeah," and all the other guys like, "How the fuck did we lose to them?" And then we like advanced, and they had to go to the loser bracket. In the end we lost, but like we finally beat them. It was a happy memory.
Mine's the same.
Yeah.
The year I won the Alienware. Ooh. Because we always just got beat by this team throughout the entire, and they were like the de facto best team in SA for so many years. And that was a season where I believe the year started with me sort of actually kicking all of my good friends, like real life friends, off the team to build a super team, benching myself, coming back to the team, just being like, fuck it, we're going to do this. And then we won the final in like 18 minutes the first game. Like they couldn't even surrender. That's how fast we just cracked them. Now they can, 15 minutes. I think they
Yeah.
would have. But
Yeah.
no, just beating these cocky asses in 18 minutes. Like, I just remember having this fucking smug grin on my face. Like, I didn't even care about holding the trophy. I just stared at them. And I was like, fuck yeah. What's up?
Nice. Right?
I have one that I think I can't mention on the podcast.
Oh, you definitely can. Please
no,
go
because
ahead.
YouTube stuff. It involves substances that are not permitted.
Speaking
You can talk about
metaphor,
it.
say
Yeah,
3.
metaphorically.
No, I'll
It
speak
definitely
of
was
I'll
not
speak of
3.
another one that will be a little bit easier to talk
Everyone loves eating mushrooms.
about. Actually, that is it.
You see, that's what I'm saying.
But the other one I think is easier.
Flour.
I went to the rainforest in Ecuador. It's like actually in the jungle, and it's a national park. So, like the restrictions on building and people going there is super strict. So when you're in there, you are really in the jungle, and you have no phone connection or anything. So when you go, you need to tell people, I'm gonna be in the jungle for 3 days. So if you can't reach me, don't worry. Kind of like that.
But also worry.
No, it's great. It's fucking beautiful. But one of the memories that like really stuck with me from that, I mean, one of them, because there were so many, is I remember going to this bird observation tower, and but it was at night because everyone went to bed, and I just went up there for a smoke, and it was just surreal because it's pitch black. And yeah, the sky, of course, are fucking amazing, which is lucky because in the rainforest, it's really cloudy. You don't usually see the sky. But that night you could, and it was full of stars. But other than that, the amount of sounds of animals around you, it just becomes so alive. So alive. You hear all these monkeys and like movement in the water and like all these insects. It's so fucking crazy. It is incredibly surreal. And I was high as fuck, so it was even better. Yeah, that was great. I really like. I actually do recommend anyone who wants to like kind of who doesn't mind bugs and likes nature and stuff. Yeah, go check out that park is called Cuyabeno. Galapagos also is very similar to that in another kind of ecosystem, but also amazing.
And for those who don't want to go into the jungle, just download Skyrim, get high, and
True.
No, it's there's nothing like that.
And to wrap it up, our last question, starting with Brandon. What is your most terrible memory?
oh, wait, did I mention this on the podcast before? Oh, do I want to throw my dad under the bus? No, I don't think I will.
But just know he could have.
Just know I could have. My dad knows which story I'm referring to as well. I actually think I might have told this story on the podcast before. Fuck it. I'll say it. As a kid, you grown up and you're taught, never hit women. Just, never hit people in general. Don't fight, right? But specifically, don't hit a girl.
Right.
And I just remember at the back of the car, my sister was just irritating the living hell out of me one day. And I so badly wanted to punch her. But being someone who was taught never hit, never fight, never hit a woman, I was like, okay, I won't. And I took her shoe. She had her shoes off in the car, and I just spat in it.
Okay.
I just spat in the shoe, and she started crying, and my dad just thought it was the worst thing in the world. And I got like the craziest hiding of my life. Spanking is what
Yeah.
you say in the US,
Spanking.
I guess. It was so bad, I couldn't put my ass in water.
Jesus.
And it's so funny because, like, of course, like, my dad went through a lot of things, and he's sort of reconciled with things. Not ever condoning corporal punishment, but it's how we grew up, I guess. So I get it. But it's so funny now that it's a story looking back. Man, everyone in my family, we fucking laugh at this. And that's why I said I don't ever want to say it, because it's still traumatic in that sense, but we laugh. But whenever we say the story, my dad always starts crying. It's so good. Like my sister and I will be in tears of laughter, and my dad will actually just be crying because he's like, shit, how crazy was I back then? And I'll be just like, shh, smoke your weed. Relax, be cool, yeah. So it's kind of like the sort of worst memory in terms of what I had experienced. But looking back, it's just sort of a funny piece of life now. Just like sort of Dog was saying, in South Africa as well, we just laugh at things and it makes it easier to digest. Yeah.
I don't know if I'll say it's the worst, but I think it is very impactful in kind of like, yeah, like I remember it vividly, and it's not necessarily it's not a pleasant one, but I don't categorize it as a bad one either. Kind of like you know, when I moved to Ecuador, I was basically in the countryside, and yeah, I had my first experiences with like how you get your food. That meaning, you know, my grandma would grab a chicken, fucking cut its head off, and then like do all the things. And yeah, that one wasn't so bad. It didn't faze me that much. Then my other grandma, from my father's side, yeah, I saw her dealing with a guinea pig so that we can have some guinea pig. Not that bad. Actually, she made me kill one too, but not that bad. The one that was really bad, or not really bad, but like actually really left a vivid impression, is we had a big family reunion, like from my father's side. And from my father's side, that family is huge. Like there's probably around, just from my dad's mom and dad, my uncles and aunts and their spouses and their kids, it's got to be somewhere between like 30 or 40 people. Wow. So we all were there. And my aunt, who is the firstborn in my father's side, she got a pig. And then at one point, you know, they're like, okay, let's go slaughter the pig. So they grab it, they tie it up, and then, You know, the pigs start screaming, and those squeals are fucking horrifying. Like, they are very, very, yeah, yeah. It's really hard to explain, but they will stay with you. And then they grab the knife, they put it through its heart, and then the screams got even worse. They collected the blood because they made blood sausages with it afterwards. And yeah, that stayed with me. And I don't think it's negative because, like, I feel that it is good that we have the knowledge of where our food comes from. Like, you should be able to appreciate that. Not like most people just kind of like, you know, they just order their food and it's cooked and they never make the connection between the animal that it was and the animal that it is or what it is now. So I feel grateful for that experience. But yeah, it fucking left a really, really vivid impression on me. Yeah.
And that's why you always finish what you eat. I respect that.
I do. And even when I'm with other people, like especially if I'm with like my partner or something,
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
if they don't finish it, and especially if it's meat, I'll be like, oh fuck,
Oh yeah, no, I'm the same. Always finish.
yeah, because you can't waste that animal's life, you know.
And that's why I eat everything, all the insides.
Yeah, I
I
do
the
not.
sundae. I know you do.
No
Look at
sundae
that
for
Hunter.
me. Yeah, no sundae
No
for me.
sundae, no gopchang, no makchang, no nothing.
At risk of being too sappy, I think like the most obvious one's obviously like the phone call about my dad. I think that one's pretty rough memory to have, especially because like I think that's been the only like super hard thing in my like memorable years. I guess like when you're younger, like you know things have happened, but I wouldn't really say I remember them vividly. So it's not like something that like hits me too hard. But yeah, obviously my dad, the phone call from my brother about my dad, like that one was really rough. The other one is like, I mean, they're both really sad, but like also like when we had to put my dog down, it was pretty sad. That was a hard time because that was like he was just, the good thing about it
Wait,
is that he was
which
just,
one? You've had so many.
I know.
No, I thought you were gonna say it. I was like, I
my,
don't
like,
want to
14
interrupt this
the
story,
14-year-old
but like
dog, yeah, the one that lasted forever,
The
the
one
one
that
that wasn't killed,
the one that wasn't
Yeah.
killed, okay.
the one who died of
But who
natural
died of
causes,
natural causes,
yeah.
okay,
or would
shit.
have died of natural causes, but obviously we took him to the vet and they gave us the advice like, hey, it's probably time, and like you're there when like it happens, basically. Like they give him the shot and it's like, okay, you have about 10 minutes to sit here with him.
yeah.
So that was fucking rough. I think both of those are equally as hard for me.
I actually remember one as well when we put our. This is I probably like the saddest time I've ever seen my mom was when we put down our family dog, and she never got to say goodbye. Like we took the dog to the vet and stuff, and we sort of put it down there. And I think it was like the one time I saw my mom sad and kind of upset with my dad that he never asked, "Do you want to come?" I don't think it would have been, you know, quick enough for her to get there,
Yeah.
but just the fact that we never asked her, like she had this sort of sadness and upsetness about her. Yeah.
Yeah, that's rough.
I feel like we definitely need to do another one.
Well, Dogger hasn't answered yet.
Oh yeah, but I just think that we shouldn't end on this like sad note.
I'll go
No,
in a
no,
little-
we end on the
I'll
sad
go in a
note.
little different direction.
Okay.
You know how like when you're kids, you are sitting around with your friends, you're on the computer, and you just start searching for shit.
Porn.
Not necessarily, just stuff.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Oh.
I know which age range
Shit,
you're
you
talking.
just brought it
Oh,
back
dude,
to my head.
thank you. Yeah, no.
It depends on what's about to happen. Here.
Oh,
And
no,
then
I
you,
know
like,
go a few
exactly.
different ways.
No, I know
I
exactly
think
where
so,
this
too.
is going.
You open up like these. You start with weird YouTube videos, then you might end up on something like liveleak.com.
Yeah, okay, and yeah, I knew
okay.
this is where it's going. Yeah,
And then suddenly you're watching a cartel beheading.
yeah.
Yeah.
That sat with me for a long time. Did I ever see it again? Yeah. Because like boys will be boys, I guess. But that first time I saw that shit,
Thanks for all the.
Yeah, it just
PTSD.
came
no,
right
it came,
back
It
to
came
me.
back. Like when you said not porn, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
Like
I was
at
hoping
our-
it was porn.
At our age, you know, when you first
remember-
get on the internet, yeah.
I remember when it happened to me. We saw it. Then we went to this like those Volkswagen Beetles. I used to have one of those, and then we just started smoking and filled it up. Like close the windows and just
Hot
fill it up.
box.
Yeah. And then while we were in there, because we were so high, it just like came up, and we got so fucking scared and paranoid we had to run away. It was so weird.
It usually,
I was really hoping it was going to like Two Girls One Cup.
No, that's what
like
it-
Whoop.org.
that's kind of where it starts, and then you
Yeah.
end up in cartel, cartel
like
videos.
ISIS and
Yeah,
stuff.
I don't think we ever made it.
No,
never
I
did.
remember
So
watching it.
upset.
I remember watching one once, and like it was too clean, and I was like, "Let me watch this again."
is it back
I was
when-
like, "Let me watch this again."
Is it like
and
when
I saw it
ISIS
again?
got
Yeah,
4K cameras?
Yeah,
Like, what
I was
the
like,
fuck?
no, I was like, it's insane. This is edited, and then I was like, I watched it a second time. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with the world?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of where my hope in the world died that day.
Jeez. Yeah, no, I
No, that for real. I'm not even
Oh,
kidding. And that's
yeah.
why it's kind of one of my most terrible memories.
Yeah,
My
'cause-
hope for literally died that day.
And I remember when they had that crazy shit in Korea last year of the mass stabbing and stuff.
Oh, yeah, I
you
saw
still
it
spoke about that video and you were like,
Yeah.
this shit was bringing like PTSD of
Yeah.
those videos back.
Wow.
Just seeing it again.
Like,
Yeah.
why do boys watch this shit?
I don't know.
Like-
that's why we're so messed up.
True.
We need to fix
True.
ourselves, lads. Healing.
And yeah, I mean, it is kind of a good thing that it's not as easy to find those things online anymore.
I think
Because
it's harder.
Yeah, because no, it definitely was so easy in that
Like
time.
the internet used to be
The
the,
rogue
Wild
age,
West.
yeah.
It was yeah, you could find so many weird things.
so thank you, big tech and big government.
I was just I just used to think I was so smart when I'd look up shit like that or weird shit or porn, and I'd be like, oh, clear browser history. My parents will never know. I thought I was so
Did you guys
smart.
ever did you guys ever get confronted?
Yeah, my dad did one time.
Get
what?
Like-
Confronted about like your history?
Confronted,
like,
no.
hey,
but
don't be looking this stuff up, kind of thing.
No.
My dad did that. to me
Yeah, my
once.
dad had to have a talk.
Yeah, same.
I don't know. My dad had weird talks. Like we never even had the birds and the bees talk. I remember he was kind of like one of the days he saw like my legs was hairy and he was kind of like, oh, I need to have to talk. And he was like, so you got hair in your legs? Where else do you have hair? And I was like, under my arms, on my ass, I guess. And he was just like, okay, anywhere else? And then when he said anywhere else, and I was like, oh, I was like, nah, dude, they teach us this at school. You're not gonna say nothing. I was like, I
You're
know how
good.
this works.
You're good, dude.
Yeah,
You're
don't
good.
worry.
Like
He's like,
the
"Thank God."
relief in his face. No, he was like, oh, thank God. 'Cause
And then he
that
pulled you
started-
aside
that
and said,
started off
just
poorly.
remember, son, with great power comes great responsibility.
No, I mean, no, he ended it off with always wear a raincoat. He was like, always carry a raincoat or an umbrella. Yeah.
Yeah, me and my dad never had that talk either. My dad's was much more wholesome. His was, Hunter, you gotta stop telling girls you love them after like a week.
You gotta stop buying
Taking
them
those
tacos.
When I was in high school, like I would just like, I'd meet a girl and like after a week I'd be like, I'm in love with you. Like my dad was like, you gotta chill. Like, you gotta stop that.
Casanova.
He was like- he was like, if you
it
take-
hasn't stopped.
Well, I stopped at that. To
hasn't
that
stopped.
extent, it stopped. But he was like, I just remember he was just like, if you keep telling him you love him, it's not special. And I was like, oh, that's a fair point, I guess.
Damn.
Damn, so good.
Mac knew what was up.
Yeah, he knew. He knew what was going on.
Was that okay? Bring it back to a little bit of a happy
Big
night.
Mac.
Yeah, yeah.
One
We
happy
brought it
point.
back. We
I
brought it
think
back.
that's
Yeah, we're not gonna have time to do the rest of these
No,
questions.
so if you want to see the next 18, please check us out in the next 2 weeks. we will be dropping the next one.
We gotta do something
Damn.
for Patreon. We'll figure it out. We don't know what it's gonna be right now on Sunday at 8 p.m., but hopefully by Friday we'll have something or know what we're gonna do next Friday. Yeah. Anyway, when you're watching this, technically. But anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoy this. Hopefully we've gotten a little bit closer and formed some.
It's kind of
bonds.
deep. at some
Hopefully
points.
we're at least halfway there because we've got half questions left. So if you're not in love
I'm
yet,
not. I'm not as mad anymore.
I felt the
I
tension
understand
like
anymore,
tension
yeah.
like
Yeah.
lower
Just
down
lower.
a bit.
Just hit us with the drums there, Brian. Get us back out.
and we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. We love you
Bye.
guys. Bye.
Bye bye.